What up, Dokkaners? We've got the LR KFC dropping tonight for the EZA. This LR unit is actually very good pre and post EZA. So in today's video, we're going to be going over what this unit can do post EZA. We're going to go over some sampled team builds for the upcoming event and some hidden potential recommendations. So without further ado, let's jump in and take a look. First of all, why do I say KFC? Because it's Kale and Caulifla, K and C. Might as well change the one syllable at that point. That's why I do it. It's more memorable and stupid that way. That's why I do it. It's all by design. All right, so with the EZA, this unit becomes a join forces lead key plus for 150% as opposed to 130. Although the sub lead doesn't change at all. That's kind of surprising. Why doesn't this go up to 120%? Huh. Anyway, for the super attack, this unit always raised defense on both supers, which was very good. Now we get a little bit of attack as well. So raises attack for one turn, causes colossal. For the 18 key, raises defense, causes mega colossal, and lowers attack. So for the 18 key, the only add-on is the lowering of attack thing. So regardless of what you're doing, you will be raising defense on each super. And if you're launching multiple supers, you will be raising defense and also raising attack for the turn with the 12 key. And there's going to be a lot of additionals. Watch this. Key plus 3 attack and defense plus 130%. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack, plus an additional attack and defense plus 66, and launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack when HP is 66% or less. Key plus 1 up to 6, chance of dodging including super attack plus 6 up to 66 with each attack performed. This may seem like a lot, but trust me, this will go by very quickly, especially when you've got the right units around you and you've got the right amount of additional. Attack plus 10 per Universe 6 join forces or Pure Saiyans category ally on the team. Is that? Yeah, that's the same from before. That's awesome. On the team, launches an additional super attack when there's a Universe Survival Saga or Pure Saiyans category enemy. So the amount of supers that this unit could be dropping is quite a few. Kind of reminds me of the LR Tech Vegito Blue, the 5-year anniversary EZA that we just got on Global for the 8-year anniversary. Kind of gives me the same sort of vibes in terms of launching attack after attack after attack after attack. So in terms of how you build this character, well, the main design is to raise defense over and over and over, because as you launch multiple supers, you will gain more stats like dodge, attack, and defense. But more importantly, your defense will skyrocket. So after a couple of turns, maybe even one turn or two turns, you will have gained enough momentum both defensively and in terms of dodge where you're going to be pretty much okay. The question is, do you want to further that defense boosting, or do you want to try to capitalize on the multiple attacks that you're going to be launching per turn and try to sneak in sort of like a Vegito kind of effect where every attack that you launch gets amplified because of the fact that you're launching a critical? So in terms of this, I would say it's definitely based on your preference. I think in general, though, the best way to build a character is going to be first and foremost focusing on additional. That way you can ensure you can launch multiple supers in the event that you're not fighting a Pure Saiyan or Universe Survival Saga category enemy. You have more of a chance to raise your defense more. Every time you launch an attack, you gain more ki, which makes supering easier, and you gain more dodge. So the number one goal is to get this passive fully fleshed out. That's what you want, absolutely number one. So I think maximum additional would be the best way to go, and then focusing on critical as a balance would be okay. For me personally, I'm fine with the other way around. I would rather focus on the extra damage because I know that this unit is going to be launching a lot of attacks whenever I use the character. I'm not going to be using the character in a situation where I'm not fighting a Universe Survival Saga or Pure Saiyans enemy for the most part. So this is what I would recommend: max additional, balance critical. But on my build, I chose to be a little bit more stylistic here. I want to just do more fancy damage with KFC. It might not ultimately be worth it in the end, because when you compare KFC to Tech Vegito Blue, it's like night and day. Vegito Blue does, tons more damage. So while it is nice that I'm giving this unit 22 critical, it may not ultimately amount to as much as I'm hoping for. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about a build. Do you think dodge should be in there at all? I personally don't. If you put this unit in slot 2, after a couple of turns, this unit has 66% dodge. That's not bad at all. And once you reach a certain threshold with your defense, you're able to tank a lot of things anyway. So the more attacks you launch, the better off you're going to be. But that's my thought. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I've got 18 additional and 22 critical. Now, that being said, let's take a look at the event itself. Since this is an LR EZA, you know the deal. It's going to be 3 times as condensed, which means more stones per stage, fewer stages, and more difficulty in progression, because it's going to get tougher after each and every fight. The unit will get tankier, the unit will get stronger, the unit will be much more able to eliminate your units if you don't bring the right characters. In terms of offense, you gotta have the LRs on the team. Legendary power is the catalyst to do more damage. but it can only work if you've got two LRs adjacent to one another. If they are individual, if they're separate on various rotations, it's not going to work. You got to have the two LRs on the same team. The category that allows you to tank the most damage would be reps of Universe 7. So you don't have to have Universe 7 units to deal damage, but you do need Universe 7 to be able to withstand damage coming in. So if you've got LR Tech Vegito Blue, that's great. LR Vegito Blue is going to do a ton of damage. But if LR Tech Vegito Blue were to get hit with a super attack and Vegito Blue really doesn't launch that much to protect himself, could potentially be bad. So that's what you have to remember. And Universe 7 is a pretty small category. So if you're a new player, this actually might be quite difficult to assemble. So there might be a lot of situations for people where you are trying to run other tech LR type of teams. But if you've got at least 1 or 2 Universe 7 units in there, it will help you tremendously. A couple units that would definitely be very useful would be LR Goku Frieza, because number 1, LR. Number 2, type advantage. And the other unit that I think is especially useful is going to be the free-to-play Tien and Roshi. The free-to-play Tien and Roshi is at the moment available, I believe, from the story events that are in the campaign. I think it's is it one of these? Universe Survival? No, it's not available. You can access it through the Portal of Memories. So actually, you know what? Let me open up my game. Let me see if the event is available from something else. I don't think it is, but if you can run through that event with a few keys, then you can pick up Tien and Roshi. Tien and Roshi is very good. Type advantage, Universe 7, and also has the ability to gain more stats with each hit received. Yeah, it's not here right now. So that's definitely one to look out for. But now let's go over some teams. So what I like to do for this is I like to go to the Extreme Z Battle tab and then try to assemble a team from there. So let's go right here, because when you're in this window, the same name update does not apply. You cannot bring units of the same name. So a couple of major units that I want to point out that are not Universe Survival Saga or Universe 7 are some of these characters. The Tech Godku is fantastic because he's got damage reduction against a Pure Saiyan. So he will be a great stall tactic for you. Obviously, Caulifla is a cheat code because when you're fighting Pure Saiyans, you will be able to dodge 100% of the time. So if you've got this Kale or Caulifla, or if you've got her SSR, which is this one down here, either way, you have a guaranteed dodge. You can't bring both. You can only bring one of them. Then a couple other units. The Tech Gogeta is great because if you're able to dominate for a couple of turns and you enter turn 4 with 70% health or more, once you transform into Gogeta, you can scout super attacks for 5 turns. And with those 5 turns, you can safely navigate your non-Universe 7 LRs or units around without getting hit because you'll know where the attacks are going to be. That's why Gogeta is going to be great. Obviously, you know, Super Saiyan Revive Goku is fantastic. He's got Guard, he's got Revive. Tech Piccolo is great. He's not the appropriate category, but he's got built-in damage reduction. He's got crazy stats. He's also got Giant Form if you need to use a stall or something. So he will be great. And then also the LR7 Your Gods. They have Guard first turn. Then they're going to be stacking like crazy. Also, they can cancel and possibly get you out of some sticky situations. So that is also going to be a good unit to run. Here's some other options. I can't list everybody. You know, that's just not going to be possible. But here's some nice units that you could potentially bring to fill out your roster. If you're struggling, you've got some Guard, you've got some damage reduction / dodging. You've got some damage reduction and dodging here too if you build them right. You've got a stall move with the 1718. You've got a stall move with Pycon. So there are quite a few options for you. But now that being said, let's actually go through and assemble some teams here. So Universe 7 and LRs. What do we get? It's not going to be a lot. And as somebody who is the resident fan of Universe 7 and Universe Survival Saga, I should know. That's all we got. So if you have not been playing since maybe 6-year anniversary, or maybe you just haven't gotten lucky to summon for these random extra LRs like Team Universe 7 or 17 and Golden Frieza, you're not going to have too many options here. Although if you did summon during the 8-year anniversary, then you most definitely have these 2 characters, right? And honestly, with just those 2 characters, you've got the legendary power Link catalyzed. You've got the Universe 7 tanking. All you got to do is just fill out the rest of the roster. So if we just had these 2, so let's actually just do that. Let's do Royal Blue and Ultra Instinct. I mean, you know, let's go ahead and throw Roshi in there. Roshi's free to play. He's accessible. So I think that's fair game. So we'll have those 3, and then let's assemble the rest of the team. So we saw, we had Kale, or no, what is it? I always get their stupid names mixed up, man. Caulifla. Where's Caulifla? Caulifla will dodge. No problem. Then what can we do? We could throw in God Goku. So those 2 don't even need a leader skill. They're fine. Although I think God Goku fits, isn't he Miraculous Awakening? Is he? I don't remember if he is. No, he's not. But he can still fit. So we could throw him in there. And then, I mean, Orange Piccolo, Revive Goku. Is Revive Goku Miraculous Awakening? I don't know. Nope. But he's Powerful Comeback. So we could honestly swap these two and have Royal Blue be slot 1 or the leader, and then that would actually make this a nice team. There you go. This covers everything. It gives us our Universe 7. It gives us quite a few legendary or LR units. So we've got 2 rotations full of the legendary power link active, and then we got some stalls. If we need to mix and match, we can do that. So that team works. If you want to go full Universe 7 because you have a full Universe 7 squad, then obviously go that route. That's going to be better. So let's start with the LRs. Definitely works with the LRs. The best lead is 177. So we just bring all these guys, and boom, there you go. There's your Universe 7 team that's full LRs. If you don't have full LRs, well, let's try to improvise a little bit. Tien Roshi, fantastic unit for this because they will gain stats with each hit received, making them more tanky, plus 40% support 2 reps of Universe 7. We can throw them in there. We can throw Android 18. Android 18 is going to be a great heal because this unit can change orbs to tech. So that can allow you to heal. Plus, she can gain some nice defense if you give her some additional. Gohan Piccolo. I mean, this kind of boils down to how much emphasis you put on Universe Rebel Saga celebrations back when they existed. And there hasn't been one in 2 years. Have we had a Universe Rebel Saga celebration in 2 years? I'm not sure if we have. So I think that this is actually going to be a struggle for a few of the newer players, which is why you're going to have to consult some of those story events in the Portal of Memories. 17 is great. 17 is a great support. You also have nice defense and tanking. Even Blue Kaioken. Yeah, you got type disadvantage, but he is Universe 7. So that is a good setup. Now, if we're running this team, we have no LRs. So the only way that this would work is if we run into a friend unit that is not the same Goku Frieza. If it's Team Universe 7, like this guy, or LR Royal Blue, then those 2 LRs can function together on 1 rotation, and then everybody else can simply just stall. And maybe this guy can just do enough damage while not being an LR. This guy has insane attack potential. So maybe this guy can kind of offset the fact that he doesn't have the legendary power link. Who knows? I'm actually going to test that out when we run that LR EZA, and it's going to be dropping tonight. And I'm going to be going live on the channel to do that EZA. So make sure you guys are subscribed, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the action. Let's do one more team. What's one more team composition that we can do here? You know what? Let's do Powerful Comeback. That actually kind of just reminded me. Powerful Comeback. So let's get the Revive Goku here. That puts us at 200%. With Powerful Comeback, the good news is we've got 2 Universe 7s in the mix. Actually 3. So actually 4. Look at that. You've got 4 Universe 7s who not only work together, but they also fit on a 200% leader skill, because before we were running at 177. So now at 200%, it really doesn't matter who else is here. You know, for all we know, we could just throw this guy in there. Yeah, that's a risk, obviously, but the main thing is you've got 4 LRs who are at 200% who will occupy the main rotations. You've got a Revive Super Saiyan Goku in slot 3 who has guard, who has a revive, and then once every 3 turns, you'll have to deal with this bozo. If you don't have him, or if you don't want to bring him, you got somebody else, throw them in there. You know, honestly, why not just bring KFC? If you have KFC, could be a great option. You're going to be raising defense constantly. Slowly but surely, that unit will become a better defensive presence and a better heal for you. Units that stack defense like crazy become really, really essential healing units in long form events. These types of LR EZAs can get quite difficult if you don't have the right units, if you're not packing the most powerful LRs or the most offensive output units. So if it starts to become a battle of attrition, units with high defense will keep you around because you can't use items. So if Kale and Caulifla have that heal because of their crazy defense, that can keep you going. So there's a lot of different ways to approach this. I don't want to spend forever going through other ways. Hopefully this was an insightful video to give you some idea of how to assemble your team. But regardless, I wish you all the best of luck, and I will see you all tonight. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments what team you have ready to go. Let me know what team you are going to have for tonight's LR EZA. How would you build the LR KFC? Would you focus on additional, balance critical? Would you do balance dodge? What is your overall build, your overall idea for how LR KFC should be built? Let me know your thoughts overall in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and I to Dokkan responsibly.